Hi everyone, welcome. Just burning a little Palo Santo to clear the deck, clear the space. I have a couple of days off and I've been, working hard as usual on my crystal business on my off time, but also have been feeling super inspired to do readings. So I'm gonna throw some cards this evening, and this is just going to be a general reading. I got a new deck that I'm really loving. It's the Dream Keepers Tarot. It's a really beautiful deck, so I'll show you some of the cards and just asking, what do we need to hear right now? What messages do we need to hear right now from our spirit guides, ancestors? What do we need to hear right now? Hope everybody's having a blessed week. Let's see. Nine of Cups. This is such a beautiful Nine of Cups. It's like these Nine of Cups, these cups, well, these 9 cups. It's like she's just pulling from her most, like her deepest core of desire. Like, see how she's just got almost like a portal into herself, and she's just like, experiencing what's in those cups. 9 of Cups is about wish fulfillment, and so it might be a good time to ask yourself, what are your deepest desires? What is like really resonating in your gut? Well, like, what is pulling you? What is calling you? What have you been wanting to follow? And then that's followed by the 9 of Pentacles. There's a lot of independent energy happening here with both 9s. These are both very solo energies. So there may be a message here about realizing how capable you are on your own. If you sometimes question, like, how can I do this by myself? Or am I capable of doing this by myself? Both of these cards are here to say you are absolutely capable on your own. I'm not saying you shouldn't be in partnership, but you are absolutely capable autonomously, all by yourself, of creating wealth, ease, your wish fulfillment, your deepest desires, everything that you have ever wanted, you are capable. And also, it's like, it's not about external factors, like, oh, I'll have everything I need when this happens, or when this person does this thing, or it's about gearing into knowing, again, that you are capable. You're capable, all on your own, of manifesting everything you want. What's next? 6 of Wands. Wow, this is such a great reading. 6 of Wands. This is about just like, well, in traditional tarot, it's about being victorious. It's like head up, shoulders back, just being like up on your high horse. There's a little note with 6 of Wands about, like, as you're enjoying this victory, to keep your ego in check and stay humble. So it could be with these cards that you're coming into a time of kind of receiving, of having a lot of everything that you've wanted for a while. And there's a message here about staying kind and keeping your ego in check as something good plays out for you. It's like something good is on the horizon. And with 6 of Wands, it's like you're going to be feeling very in your skin, very confident, very on top of the world. But, just remember that everybody is not experiencing the highs at the same time. So it's just a good reminder to kind of stay humble, stay kind, stay humble. Don't gloat about the good things that come in. This is so funny because in traditional Rider-Waite, the Nine of Pentacles, she's like tending to her grapes. She's kind of eccentric. She's got a falcon on her arm. There's no falcon here. She's got multiple arms though, interestingly. So like she's an I can girl. But oh, there are birds. There are little tiny birds on this card, but it's not really the same imagery, but it's funny because here with the Six of Wands, she's like eating grapes. She's very in the stance of what a traditional Rider-Waite Nine of Pentacles looks like. There's something here about embracing your own eccentricities, your uniqueness, the things about you that make you you. This is like, I don't know, the statement, let your freak flag fly is coming through. So for someone out there, shine bright, don't hide, be who you are, you know, just be who you are, be your authentic self. There is no one like you, and it's like, a lot of times we get these imprints through our childhoods and through our lives that like in some ways that we should be ashamed of our uniqueness, and so it's time also to kind of throw that off and just allow yourself to sink in the beauty of who you are. Let yourself be flawed, let yourself be imperfect, let yourself be quirky, and just love on those parts of yourself and just let them shine. Let them shine. High Priestess, man, this is like a really like a hype up of divine feminine energy in this reading. This is very interesting. There's just like a lot of juicy divine femininity flowing here, and regardless of whether you're however you identify, we all have masculine and feminine. So there's just something here with the feminine, which also is more of an energy of receiving, less charging forward and doing and controlling, and more like leaning back and receiving. And High Priestess is very much about hands off the wheel. She trusts that everything is working out in her favor. She doesn't try to control anything. She just kind of lets things unfold, and she responds accordingly depending on her intuition, but she doesn't get her hands in there and like try to manhandle everything and get things to be exactly this way or that way. So with High Priestess here, it's about, yes, follow your intuition, but also deep breath, lean out, allow life to come to you. This is about stepping out of self-will. And about just like trusting that things are always unfolding in your favor. Ace of Cups. Oh man, someone out there is just like, everything in this read is reading receiving mode. Like being in receiving mode, like something is opening for you, and this could be in terms of love with an Ace of Cups here. It could be that with all this solo energy, it could just be that if you've been riding in this autonomous energy of sort of like taking care of yourself, being really capable on your own, being good on your own, loving yourself on your own, letting go of control and letting things unfold, that what that opens a door to is this beautiful like love to walk through your door. But it's like a right-sized kind of love in some way. It's like with Ace of Cups, it's like overflowing love, but there's peace in it. It's like a love that feels like home. And if this is not about romantic love coming in, if that's not what you're looking for, this just may be like an abundance of you sitting in love. This may be about an abundance of self-love. And yeah, this is just like, I love this. This is such like a yes I can reading. Yes I can. Yes I am. I am enough. This is like, there's so much just beautiful, flowy goodness happening here. And then you have a Knight of Wands. This is very interesting. For some of you out there with that Ace of Cups coming in and this Knight of Wands, it's a very fiery, passionate kind of energy. And again, if you're not on that love trip, this just might be like you being reignited about your life. I feel like you're gonna be just really getting in touch with yourself. What else? Four of Wands. I mean, for someone out there, this is definitely about harmony, alignment, union. This is reading a lot like love. But again, not everybody is on that love train. So if you're not, if you are, this is with the Ace of Cups and with Four of Wands, I would say that there's a divine counterpart in your arena, in your sphere, in your energetic field, something that is just right. But again, like due to this beautiful self-work, due to this like owning and claiming your uniqueness, your abilities all on your own, someone out there is just inviting in like a very aligned, beautiful, divine counterpart. But for those of you who are not, you're going to just be in a stance of love. You're going to have more capacity to be in your heart. As you walk through your daily life, you're going to be in alignment. You're going to be in harmony. You're going to be supported by those who love you. This is a celebratory card. So this can also just be about community, feeling like more of a part of instead of apart from everything that's going on around you and everyone that's going on around you. And the funny thing is that's kind of what happens when you embrace your uniqueness and you love those imperfect parts of yourself. You start to walk in more of a stance of love and in an energy of love that is more tolerant of other people. Where when you're not loving on yourself, you're projecting those parts of yourself that you reject in yourself. You're also rejecting them in others. So it's very hard to feel connected. So I feel like there's just going to be a real energy of more connection and love. But it has more to do with how you're viewing yourself, how you're treating yourself, how you're loving on yourself. I'm gonna get one more. Seven of Wands. I was contemplating this card in this deck. It's really interesting. In traditional tarot, this is about self-advocacy. But in this deck, it's like she's got a peacock head and there's this like phantom, I don't know, jaguar behind the couch. And so this is like stay ready and stay prepared for anything. Like just stay ready, stay on your toes, stay ready to advocate for yourself. And again, like when you're loving on yourself and you're embracing the parts of yourself that maybe you have historically had shame around, when you're peeling that back and throwing that off and just fully embracing and accepting yourself, it makes it much easier to show up and advocate for yourself when needed, instead of shutting down, clamming up, sweeping things under the rug. Yeah, and there's an Ace of Swords as the overall energy, which is just talking about like walking in clarity. There's like a real thing here about you being able to use your voice, you being really clear on who you are, what you want, what your desires are, what you will accept, what you will not accept. I'm just loving this. This is like, so some of you out there are just moving into a phase where you are like rocking out your best feminine parts of you that are just like, yes, this is who I am, this is how I'm showing up, and just like owning who you are. And Three of Cups is also here. So again, community support. You're going to be received well in this next little cycle and era coming up for you. You'll be received well, supported well, but it's because you're supporting yourself better. You're supporting yourself in this more embracing and whole way. So I love this for you. If you have not been embracing yourself, this is your cue to do more of that. Allow who you are. Stop rejecting who you are. Stop hiding. Stop being afraid to shine. When you bump up against those parts of yourself and you feel all like crunchy and in resistance to things about yourself, take a deep breath and just let it in. Let it go through you and through your body, whether it's self-doubt, abandonment, those like crunchy thoughts that come up. Instead of like getting into the anxiety of it and the resistance of it, take a deep breath and just allow whatever emotions are coming up. Allow them in, allow them to settle, allow them to move through your body, and allow yourself to actually feel your feelings and process and cry. Let it out. Let yourself feel like how intense it's been to carry all of these like shame feelings about yourself and about your past and about your history and whatever it is. And then what's next is to give love to those parts of yourself. So allow yourself to touch it, allow yourself to let it in, allow yourself to grieve those old versions, the versions of you who, you know, didn't know better than to put yourself in places that harmed you, or places where you've harmed other people. Let it in, and let yourself first grieve it, and then give love to it, honor it, and make peace with it so that you can let it go. Okay? So this is just about like closing gaps with shame, making peace with the parts of yourself that you reject, loving yourself, head up, shoulders back. This is such a beautiful time of like self-ownership for you coming up, and I love this for you. And again, you're not alone. You will be supported. You'll be supported by the energy around you in however that shows up for you. For everybody it's different. For some people it's friends, for some people it's family, for some people it's other types of support networks and places that you connect with other people. But your support is going to show up for you as you move through this chapter of really embracing yourself. Hands off the wheel, breathe, let life unfold, let yourself feel it all, let yourself grieve it all, let yourself love on it all, and let yourself let it go. Okay? That's your reading for today. Take care, everyone.